My name is Caridad Svich, and I'm a playwright, obviously. And I'm here to talk about The House of the Spirits, which is my adaptation of Isabel Allende's novel. And what can I tell you about the play? It's, first of all, if you don't know the novel, it's considered a contemporary classic, not only in Latin American literature, but in world literature. So it's massive. It covers 50 years of history in an unnamed Latin American country, and it looks at 3 generations of women, how they sort of find their voice, basically, through a great deal of oppression, social roles that are changing, and also several sort of political regimes that change. Well, it was a commission from Repertorio Español, Spanish repertory theater in New York City. They have a history of doing adaptations of novels, and one of the interesting things about the process is that I was sort of writing both at the same time, and moving from one language to the other, and making changes, you know, in the English, and then incorporating those changes into the Spanish, and then sometimes keeping some of the rhythms of the Spanish in the English version, and I felt a little bit schizophrenic. I remember at one point during the Spanish production that I was like, I have no idea what language I'm speaking in. I'm going back and forth so much, trying to create these 2 versions simultaneously, and knowing fairly clearly that I wanted them to be both performance. Obviously we were going to stage the Spanish version, but I knew that I wanted the English version to be a performable version, stage-worthy, etc. So that it wasn't just like, oh, I'm translating myself into Spanish and that's it. So that it has its own voice, its own rhythms, and its own energy. But I think it was fairly faithful to myself. You know, it's just a very strange process. But and I'm terribly excited to be in Denver and kind of work with actors and Jose and hear it anew and let it sort of find its own new voice.